Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to another Conan Exiles video. So I figured what we can do in this episode, guys, is what we were talking about doing after we got Liu Fei in the previous episode, is that we would go and grab Freya, who is the other companion that they released with the new Age of Heroes update. And obviously Freya has been in the game for a long time, and I'm not quite sure if Liu Fei has been in the game for a long time either. That I'm not entirely sure, but I do know Freya's been in the game ever since they released the northern section of the map. But I do remember reading on her wiki, which is kind of strange to me that Liu Fei doesn't have a wiki, because I actually was trying to look that up and I could not find a wiki for Liu Fei, but Freya does have one. And it did mention that her name was changed. I can't remember what her name actually got changed to. I think I remember it starting with an H, but I'm not entirely sure what the actual name was. But her hovel is still named after Freya, so that hasn't changed anything or anything. So that's still the same. But yeah, I figured what we could do is go and try our hand at her quest and see what her story is about now. And I was going to actually take, like I mentioned before, is take Liu Fei with us. You know, instead of Dagger this time, just that way we can have both of them following us when we bring Freya back to the base. So yeah, let's make sure. I think I went ahead before I started recording, as I went ahead and did a lot of like swapping back some things, like went ahead and got Dagger's concentrated aloe extracts and put it in his inventory. I went ahead and made some more salted pork, gave it to him. And I went ahead and made me some more savory jerky as well. So I think we're all set to go. And I don't really know exactly what kind of weapon I want to give him if I continue to use him throughout the rest of this playthrough. I may just leave him with spears, but I just mainly wanted to bring him out just to try him out and see if he's actually, you know, worth having him going out and doing combat and stuff. But yeah, and his armor too, I think it's okay for this, or at least for this little excursion. So his chest piece is normal. It's a medium armor, which is kind of strange to me. It kind of looks like it's light armor, but that's cool that it's medium. And it has follower damage, 8, and concussive damage. That's pretty cool. And so his Aquilonian sandals, which isn't really, I don't believe, is part of his outfit, because you can just make those standard from some of the armor choices that you can get, if I remember correctly. So he's just got those epic sandals, and then these two regular, the wizard skirt and the wizard's robe. Okay, so I think he might be okay for right now. And if I decide to use him a lot later, I'll switch his armor out with something better. Alright, so hey, let's not skip any meals. Oh, I didn't even get him to follow me. Let's go, Liu Fei. Let's see how you do in combat, my friend. So let's go ahead and get on Slade, and then we'll go ahead and make our way up to Freya's hovel, and then she should be up there, and we should go ahead and start the quest.
Even the most peaceful of rivers hides dangers within its depths.
That's pretty cool that he has some voice acting going on whenever you discover places or just go out in the world and stuff. So that's pretty cool. All right, so I think what we'll do is we'll just go through the Safari Land, of course, go through that place again, and then head up through the Shattered Basin. And then we should be good to go up through possibly this mountainside to get up there. And then we should be at her hovel. So yeah, I think we'll take that route. And if I remember correctly, he is actually level 5, so he may need to kill some things to level up real fast. Because I'm not quite sure how he's going to fare with some of these creatures up north. So I might stop a little bit halfway through up there. Maybe kill a few animals to get him maybe level to level 6 or something. Just so that way he'll have a little bit more of a health boost. It might not be much, but at least he'll be one level higher, so that way he'll maybe do some more damage. I think what we'll do is we will kill these crocodiles that always bother us when we come down here. But first I need to get off of Slade and check his stats and make sure how close he is. Okay, he's getting close to about halfway to level 6. So let's try and see if we can get him to level 6 at least. You know, I think I might have mentioned this before, but it's just really weird that your actual steeds or your mounts don't actually fight creatures anymore. Because I remember a while back that horses and even rhinos would attack creatures that you were attacking. Like the horses would do their, like they would stand on their hind legs and flail their front legs and then stomp on the creatures that you were fighting. And I think the rhinos would, of course, just use their horn. Not entirely sure why they got rid of that, or if that's just a bug that they haven't fixed. I kind of wonder, I mean, if they want to make it to where they do run away or they do attack, they could try to make a perk, maybe? Like if you get a random foal or a baby rhino or whatnot, and then you raise it, and then one of the perks is like your steed will fight with you or it will run away. It gives it that kind of unique trait depending on whichever one you pick, at a random. So I don't know if they could do that, but it would be really cool if they can, or if they could. Okay, he's almost level 6. So we'll go up here and kill these. I don't know why I'm going towards the unnamed city. I guess it's because we've had to go there a couple of times in the past few episodes that it's just become habit. And since we're here, might as well go ahead and collect some of these aloe leaves, because if I remember correctly, before starting recording, I checked the little plant basket, and there was no aloe leaves left, so go ahead and collect those so that way we can make some more potions. And how is Slade on his food? 24? Yeah, we might need to collect some of these berries too. Just take a quick detour and do that real fast. So far, all Liu Fei is doing is he's just attacking with a spear, so I guess those perks just happen at a percentage rate. We'll just collect this last one. I think that should be okay for right now, because we've got 5 stacks, almost 6 stacks. Aloe leaves. And now we'll just go through the Safari Land into the Shattered Basin. And then all the way up to Freya's Hovel. Might as well kill these hyenas. Whoa! A hyena over here knocking over a horse like that? Just like they were doing with the rhino? Unrealistic, man. Now I could see like 10 or 5 of them maybe doing that, but just one? I don't think so. Okay, let's see. Can I look at you? Nope. Just want to see just how far he is from level 6. Almost there. Maybe attack these thralls right here. Oh, nice. Okay, so he did summon the imp. And I think that little swirly icon he has, or he put on them, is where he curses them. And it makes the, like, does a damage over time effect on them. So cool. All right. So the imp does work. I was kind of curious to see how he summoned it and how it worked. And it seems like it does pretty good damage too. Nice. So you can put war paint on these special thralls. That's awesome. We've got another prisoner in this cage. Who's shooting us over there? Come here. There you go, Liu Fei. Jeez. Knock knock. Anything in these chests? Nothing really. Okay, so there was that jailer which is killed, so let's take her key and see who's in this cage right here. Okay, and who are you, madam? Ooh, a Hyborian Tanner 3. Okay. Not exactly sure which Tanner we have at home. If it's a 3 or if it's a 2. Okay, so let's see. I think what I'll do, I'll put her in a safe spot. Maybe put her over here. So let's put you there. Put you there. Go back and get her. And we'll just try to stick her over here. Maybe I can put her up there by the ruins. Maybe tuck her in over there and see if she can stay right there until we get back. Okay, so she can stay here. And maybe we can do an emote. Get her to lean up against the wall. And we'll make a mental, not a mental note, but we'll make a note, a little marker. This is Tanner 3. And we'll just come back and pick her up once we're done. So that's pretty cool. I was kind of hoping it would have been a female bartender of some sort. That way we could have like another barkeep place somewhere in the base which I don't know how that would even work because I'm running out of space over there. But I don't know, maybe we could have made like that inn could be like a 2-story inn with another one, like another barkeep on top or something. But at least it's a tier 3 of something. We can definitely take her back home with us. And while we're there, we'll check out and see if our tanner is a tier 3 or whatnot.
I feel as if I was back home on the plains of Lung. Minus the Great Wall of Kitai, of course.
Yeah, and I think I know what place it's talking about, too. I don't think it was an official... How in the heck am I stuck? I think we had that issue before, where we got stuck on that tree branch. Or maybe that was a part of the video that I cut out in one of the previous episodes. But I have had trouble with that tree branches before. And it looks like Liu Fei just leveled up. So cool, he's now level 6. Now let's take a look and see. So went up to 2110. Okay, so a little bit more health. And like I was saying, I don't think it was an official place, because I think it was the grasslands. I think it was something grasslands that you explored first in the Age of Conan, when you went to Kitai, and you would visit the Great Wall of Kitai, which you can actually climb up on and kind of explore a little bit. So that definitely was an Age of Conan. So you can visit that, but I don't think you were able to go to the Plains of Lung. So, but yeah, long story short, the Great Wall of Kitai is a really cool place to visit in Age of Conan. They did a pretty good job on it. They actually did a real good job on all of the locations, but Kitai was actually a really cool place to visit. It just kind of sucks that that was the only expansion they released. Or at least, like, released it out in retail, I think. Like, it was actually, you can buy it. You could have bought the...
Alpine meadows of Kitai are home to the great white ape of the Himalayas. Its great horn is a powerful reagent coveted by alchemists across the realm.
It is really cool that he does give you some lore stuff as you keep exploring with him. Wait, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was just saying, like, Funcom did a real good job on Age of Conan's, like, locations and stuff. They were really, really fun and cool to explore. But yeah, we should be able just to come through here and then head over to our right here and just keep going kind of a northeast direction. And I think just above that little mountainside right there is her hovel. Okay, so he did okay with the boar. He took off quite a bit of damage on that. But with the wolf, I could tell that his damage was a little low. But I think they just have natural high defense anyway, so it doesn't really matter, I don't think. Because even with this hard and steel mace, it takes just a little bit just to kill the wolves. But yeah, so it's good to know that he can handle himself, at least with the boars. And a little bit with the wolves, at least. Alright, so there's her hovel right there. Okay, cool. I think that's her standing up next against the bonfires. Let's put Slate up right there. And let's see what her quest is all about. Oh, it is Freya. Huh. Okay, so I guess the wiki's wrong. I guess they... Unless that's just her... Like, a name that she was given, but her real name is something else. So, Huh, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what happens, but at least for right now, her name is Freya, so it hasn't been changed. So maybe the wiki's a little wrong on that. Alright. What have you got to say, Freya?
The dreamer dreamed on the cold grey hills. The seeker rode in the sun. They are parted by fire and death and time. But their lives cling and their souls twine, till the last of the day is done.
That's cool. I like her voice acting too. Kind of has... I kind of heard a hint of Scottish in there. I could be wrong, but could have sworn I heard like a hint of it in there. But nonetheless, her voice actress sounds really good.
Ymir's beard. Interrupting the dirge of an Aesir warrior is a death wish. If I wasn't weak from struggle, I'd have my blade at your throat.
Okay. Let's see. You aren't carrying a blade, warrior. I want to know what happened here.
Then use your eyes. The jackals came. They set fire to the hut and took my man, Angvar.
They didn't attack you?
No. Angvar could see the shape of it right away. He surrendered to protect me. That man. Always my shield when I need him.
So it seems like her husband or lover was taken. That's not good. So you have like surrendering to protect you. Sounds like cowardice. Or where did they take him? See, let's go ahead and choose this one. So where did they take him?
I don't know.
So that's it? We're just going to sit around singing sad songs?
I just need a moment. Why do you care?
Let's see, I roam around the exile lands looking for people to help. And you need help? I'm bored and I need something to do. I assume that if I help you get your man back, I'll get some kind of reward. That's a pretty good choice for like if you're just doing, like mercenary work. Let's see, I roam around the exile lands looking for people to help. And you need help.
And start by searching the bodies. If we're going to find my husband, we need to know where these fools came from.
Okie dokie, man. We'll get right on that. And it seems like you did a pretty bloody job taking care of them. Check this guy first. This warrior was brutally slain. Like, no shit. Okay, what does this one say? There's nothing here but the stench of death. You found a note. Okay. And let's check out this white wolf right here. Okay, so it doesn't look like you can interact with this, at least not yet. Okay, let's read that note. Slaver's note. Okay, it says, we've got ourselves a job, and it demands discretion. We're supposed to haul the blacksmith from his perch on the hill all the way to Stormwatch. If he's not delivered in one piece, we get no take, and there's enough gold in the pot for each of us to buy a seat on the High Council. There's always a twist in jobs like these. The smith must be more than meets the eye for this great sum. Bring him in one piece, cousin. Take no risks. avoid any suspicion that could tie this back to the clan. So maybe some of the northern folk was plotting some sort of ransom for her. Or I should say, for him. But to get her involved, I guess. We shall soon find out.
Did you find anything out?
One carried a note. They were hired to capture your husband and bring him to Stormwatch.
Stormwatch. That's a Vanir place. You'll find it west of here. I am not ready. You'll need to give me some time.
So much for the great Aesir warrior. I'll head west alone then.
Yes, take your barbed tongue and go.
Oh, jeez. God. I'm so sorry I offended. Okay. So let's go to Stormwatch, which I believe is somewhere around in here. We'll just go over to New Asagarth. Maybe see if we can't climb these mountaintops, and we'll go through this way here and just see if we can't find it. So is there a way for us to get down right here? I would assume so, but you never really can tell. Yeah, okay, so we can go down, we can get down right here. For a split second I thought, did I even grab Liu Fei? Did I tell him to follow me? But yeah, I just now remembered that yes, I did. He was with us when we were doing the whole quest initiation. Oh! Comes the big old brown bear. Doing his crazy side dance. Yeah, I think I'm going to like him. For sure. Can't wait to see what Freya does when she's a part of your team. Okay, so we'll go in this direction. And let's just see if we can't find it. Okay, I think this is it, because I was watching Pixelcave's video on Freya, like I did with Liu Fei, you know, just to get an idea of what this quest entails and what we need to do. We might as well put him out here as far away as we can so that way he doesn't get attacked. And yeah, he mentioned that Stormwatch was kind of in this E9 squares, so cool. I remember this is what it looked like on the video, so this has to be it. Okay, let's be careful with this. Yep, here's Stormwatch. Yeah, when you get them clustered like that and the imp comes out, there's like no way they're going to survive at all. Okay, is there anything else hiding around here that we need to take care of? Well, there's a hardened steel bow. That's an epic. Some more raw pork. But that's about it. Got an archer too. Okay, so he's doing a little bit more damage than I thought on the wolf. Yeah, okay, so he can definitely take care of himself with these northern enemies, but he definitely can't get crowded because his armor isn't exactly high tier. So. Ooh, purple lotus orb? Sure, why not? Statue of Ymir. Strength, vitality, and 2 vitality. Yeah, we'll take those. Why not? Ooh, armor penetration. I wonder if I can do that to his spear, because it already has 8, I believe, penetration. But I don't think you can modify those, because I think I tried that a couple episodes ago. Yeah, we'll take Ymir. Is it damaged? I don't think so. No, that's right. They don't. Aha! There we go. Steel spear with 19% armor penetration. Cool. We'll see how that goes. God, this is such good music. It's playing right now. Alright, so I think in Pixelcave's video, he mentioned that you really only need the journal here. But he did mention that, you know, you might as well go ahead and collect all 3 of these, like the dagger with the note, bag of gold, and the journal. Before we do that, let's just make sure there is nothing else to look for. Okay, so let's grab that journal. Found a note. Found 38 gold coins. Wow. And you found a note. Fret not, cousin. I'll pick up some exile brutes to do the job with me. If there's anything they're good at, it's swinging a club. Once we return to Stormwatch, I'll gut the dogs. No one will miss them, and no one will know we were involved. So I'm guessing he's talking about when he brings the exile brutes back with him, Stormwatch, he'll just go ahead and kill them. That's what it sounds like. Alright, so let's see what this note says. Seeker of Fortune. I have a task that requires discretion. I would pay the sum of 300 gold pieces for the capture and safe delivery of the blacksmith, Angvar. He can be found at his hovel in the hills east of New Asagarth. Bring him to me with no harm done, and you will be rewarded handsomely. Should you maim or kill him, I will ensure the molten gold lines your innards. Ugh. Before you rot in a shallow grave. Ugh. Making him drink molten gold. Ugh. That wouldn't tickle. The note is sealed in wax, stamped with a raven's foot. Raven, huh? That's going to be something to keep our eyes on, because I'm sure that will be mentioned later, very importantly. Alright, so let's make our way back to Freya. And I think this will be our first, at least after this will be our first 8-hour break. But I really wonder who the next couple of main characters they're going to release for the next Age of Heroes update. I really do wonder. Could it be Conan himself? Nah, I don't think they would do that. Though that'd be cool though. I would really love to have Conan fight, side by side with Conan. But, since he's, I guess, kind of I would really want to say a side character, but more of a mysterious character in this game. Like, it's more about, you surviving in the exile lands based on his universe, but it would be really cool if they did release him as a character that you can have to fight side by side with. And, we already have a Katayan sort of sorcerer, but it would be really cool to see them do... I don't think I'm going the right way, am I? I am, I'm just going in a different direction. But yeah, it'd be really cool to see them make perhaps a female sorceress who's a Herald of Zotli. Or perhaps a Stygian Tempest of Set, which the Tempest of Set, at least in Age of Conan with the class, it was more of a priest sort of class that would heal and stuff, so that would be interesting. Or heck, even give him someone who's a Dark Templar, which was another class in Age of Conan, which would steal life force from people, so it was like a dot over time sort of deal class that would take health from enemies and give them back to you. It's a really cool class. That was actually my main until I switched to Barbarian when I played Age of Conan. But yeah, it'd be really cool to see them do sort of characters like that. Or a Priest of Mitra. That'd be really cool. You can have like an Apollonian. That's a pretty view. Yeah, that's a really good view. Maybe like I was saying, like have maybe an Apollonian Priest of Mitra of some sort. I think that'd be cool too. Alright, well let's not keep her waiting. And let's see what she has to say about this note we found.
I wasn't sure you'd be back. Any tidings of Angvar?
Yes, and it's not good news. I followed the path all the way west to Stormwatch. I found these notes.
I don't recognize the seal of the Raven's Foot, but someone is working behind the scenes. They mentioned the clan. I wonder...
Let's see, do you know something?
No, I just suspect something. I must travel to New Asagarth and speak with the tribal elders.
Okay, shall I accompany you?
No, the villagers abhor outsiders. I must go alone. And listen, I have been lying to you. I'm no warrior. Not anymore.
Yeah, I'm hearing like a faint Scottish accent, or could it be Irish? It's very, very faint. I can't really tell. Either way, it sounds really, really cool. Okay, that's pretty blunt and rude. It's fairly obvious you're not a warrior anymore. God, you suck. Let's see, what happened?
Before we were brought to the exiled lands, I fought and killed as well as any in my tribe. More so, some called me Valkyrie, after the warrior women of our myths.
Ah, the Valkyries.
When we were captured, I took a wound to the arm. It festered, and I took a long time to recover. When I did, I had lost my prowess in battle.
That's a shame.
My wound has never truly healed, and my ability to fight is all but gone. Angvar was taken, not because he was weak, but because I can't fight.
So I've saddled myself with a useless weakling. Jeez. Yeah, they're giving you no chill on some of these options. There's nothing that can be done about the wound?
Perhaps. There is a witch named Hulda. She laid an enchantment on my blade when Angvar forged it for me. She might be able to help.
Okay. And what should I do in the meantime?
Once I have spoken with the elders and hopefully found Hulda, I should know more about where they have taken Angvar. I will seek you out. You have an encampment in the exiled lands, I assume?
I do. Absolutely. Show her on your map.
Then look for me there in a few days. And thank you for your help.
You're welcome. We'll see you in about 8 hours. Alright, so I think what we'll do is we'll just go back to base. And obviously we'll wait out the 8-hour timer so that way we can get day 2 started for her quest line. And so I'll just, log off for the session. And once those 8 hours are gone and passed, I'll just come back and start recording again. And hopefully we can get day 2 started. So come, Liu Fei, let us head back to base. And we'll just chill and wait. But yeah, in other news, I got an email the other day from Funcom that said that they pushed back Dune Awakening until the 10th of June, I believe. Which is kind of unfortunate because I was, really was excited to start playing it on the 20th of May. To go ahead and start making a series on it and kind of delve into that. But, they said that they needed more time to cook, which, hey, I mean, if they need more time to get the game to be the best that it can be, then, by all means, it is what it is. But hopefully with those 3 extra weeks, Dune Awakening will be, really good, good to play, and they'll be all set to go. So, yeah, but anyway, I think I'm going to stop it here for now, and like I said, we'll bring it back in about 8 hours, and we'll continue Freya's quest. Hopefully she'll meet us here, and yeah, we'll get that started as soon as those 8 hours are up. I will see you guys then. Oh, there's Freya. I was just sitting here wondering if, walking around the base just to see if she would appear, because I just logged back on and I didn't see her, and I walked around the whole base like a whole complete 360, and as I turned the corner right there, she appeared. That's pretty crazy. But cool, she's here, so let's see what she has to say for day 2.
There you are. Not a bad place you have here. And the mead isn't horse piss like they sell in New Asagarth.
Well, that's a good compliment, I suppose. Glad you're liking the establishments. Let's see, what did you find out from the elders?
They didn't know anything, which is strange, considering Stormwatch is usually patrolled from New Asagarth.
So that's it? You're giving up?
Don't be daft. I won't give up on Angvar. He never gave up on me. What I am saying is there is something strange going on in New Asagarth.
Because they didn't know anything?
Because they know something and lied about it. Every time I asked about that witch, Hulda, they clamped up. It's almost like...
Like what?
Like they were scared. Which doesn't make any sense. Our tribe was never fearful. So I need to figure this out.
What will you do now?
Now, I'm going to get my skills back. Then, I'm going to get my strength back. And then, I'm going to get my man back. And you're going to help.
I suppose this is the only way I'll get rewarded. Yep, the mercenary option here. Let's see, let's go with, if I can help, I will.
Good. Then hear me well. I had a lot of time to think on the way to New Asagarth, and I realized that I'd been letting this wound hold me back.
Okay, let's continue.
My father would never have allowed this moping. He taught me how to fight, to hunt, and he taught me how to heal. He would tell me to fight this. To take up my sword and relearn my path, one swing at a time. So let's go. I have training to do. I need you to watch my back while I find my way. Oh, and laugh at me, and I'll put 7 inches of steel through your guts. Yeah? Good.
It's like, no ma'am, don't think I'll be laughing. Not at all. Alright, so let's continue.
Meet me at my hovel when you're ready to hunt.
Okay, cool. So yeah, we'll just go meet her back at the hovel, and we'll see what she wants us to do. So let's grab Liu Fei and get on Slade, and we will make our way back up there and run over everybody in the process, of course. Also need to make sure to kill things on the way so I can level Liu Fei up. Because like the more I'm using him right now, the more I'm liking him too, because of his perks. Now that I've seen him in action, they do seem to work very well, so yeah, and depending on how Freya ends up being, I'll definitely be interchanging them ever so often so that we can use them both. And yeah, I think we'll stop here again by this little camp right here. Oh, come on now. It's no time to get stuck. Ooh, there's a mini boss. Hyena, I think. Yep. Might as well kill this one. And miss completely. Okay, I wonder if we'll have a jailer again. Nope, but we do have a named thrall. Who's about to be dead. Did you drop anything good? Nope, just the hyena armor, which I do need to go over there and get. And we were close to it too when we were doing the secret hunt, when we were killing the ancient rhino, but the rhino boss. Because just right above us around in that area is where the hyena armor is located. Yeah, there is another jailer. And I wonder if our Tanner 3 is still sitting over there where we last left her.
To live is to die.
And it's kind of sad because I just now remembered that she was there. Because if I wouldn't have seen this Tanner 2 come at me just a second ago, I would not have even remembered that we had that Tanner 3 up there at the ruins. It's really strange how the mind works like that sometimes. Did I even get the key out from the jailer? Nope, did not. Okay, so what do we got this time, guys? Let's do you an Archer 3. Don't know if I necessarily need another... I mean, I do want some more archers, of course, but... let's just put him over there with her, I suppose. Who knows, we may end up with four different thralls, because if each time we come through here and kill this camp, there may be like 4 different types of thralls we'll get from doing that. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want to keep doing that after this run. Yep, she's still there. Cool. And where did he go? Oop, there you are. I actually like the way he looks. It looks pretty cool. So yeah, I think we'll probably end up taking him with us. Let's do another emote. Let's do just him leaning up against there again. Looks like there's like 2 people guarding this ruin. So enough detouring for right now. Let's get our butts up to the hovel. Continue on with day 2. Nice, he leveled up. Let's take a look and see where he's at now. Cool, so he's level 8. Well, he's got up to 2167 for his health. So that's cool. And hopefully his defense, like his basic defenses, are going up. High grit armor bonus 120. Vitality health bonus 802. 19%, 9%. Yeah, I'll have to keep an eye on these and see when he gets to level 9 if these change at all. Like which one is, just to see if these just keep changing as he levels. I don't see why not. Because he's basically just like a normal thrall. It's just a fully voiced one. Ah, some rabbits, which I think, if I remember correctly from watching Pixelcave's video, we have to kill rabbits first on this day 2 quest. Sorry, Liu Fei, didn't mean to just smack you straight in the face. Yeah, I think we're supposed to kill rabbits and then do some smaller creatures after that, and then collect some plants, I believe. Which I actually have I have his video pulled up and I got it paused to where those plants are located. Like, he has like the best route to where we'll, where we can kill like the wolves, the stags, and the boars and stuff that we need to kill for those smaller animals. And then of course he's got like the plants that are next to those groups. So I'm gonna keep my eye on that route so that way we can do this pretty easily and painlessly. Alright, Freya, we have returned. And apparently you're still returning home. Even though you are home. But enough about that. Let's see what you got to say.
My blade is heavy. It's been too long.
It's kind of strange hearing her say that, since she was an archer for the longest time. So, what's the plan?
Let's start with something simple. Small game will give me practice and dinner. There should be rabbits living near my hovel.
Okay. Let's just put Mr. Liu Fei. Sorry, bud. We're gonna have to...
I just need to get a feel for swinging a weapon again. It doesn't matter how.
Yeah, we just need to... There you go. Why don't you take care of it? I'll sneak with you. Because why not?
What's next?
Okay, and I think... Oh, she actually did point next to the rabbit. That's cool. The rabbit just hopped
There we go. That's enough. Let's talk.
like 10 feet as she killed it. When I was going to say, like, I think her first perk is if you let her kill... I don't know if it happens with this one as well as the third one, like the third quest, where you have to kill bigger animals, but I think, like, if you let her kill at least the bigger creatures, you can get her to have the Carnage perk, which she'll give, like, a bleeding effect when she attacks, like, anything. And apparently, I'm not quite sure if this is right or not, but it heals her when she does the damage, when there's a bleeding effect on the creature, or is it going to heal me? That's the thing I'm confused about, because it says you attack. I think it's what's like when you attack, along with that bleeding effect, it heals the warriors, and I'm guessing that means her, but at the same time, it kind of sounds like it's meaning us too. So I'm not entirely sure. But I do want to get that perk because it sounds really good. So when we do get it, we'll definitely test it out to confirm that or not. So, okay. So what do you got to say now, Freya?
That's enough of the easy stuff. Let's try something a bit larger.
Okay. Do you have anything in mind?
Let's hunt some animals. Animals that fight back. I think I'm ready for that.
Okay. So we have, how are you feeling? And you used to hunt with your father? Okay, so these are both good choices. But, let's see. I want to see if she'll give us any more, like some of her, like more of her background. A little bit. So let's see. You used to hunt with your father?
After my mother died, he wasn't sure what to do with a young daughter. So he raised me like a son. Taught me to fight and kill.
That's pretty cool of him. Let's see, what happened to him?
When the Stygians came, the ones who brought us here, he wouldn't stop fighting. Even when they had beaten the rest of us. He forced them to...
Well, that sucks. Well, at least he died what he enjoyed doing, I suppose. Like being a warrior, so... At least he didn't, you know, died without putting up a fight, so... So it seems like he died an honorable death, it seems. If you can kind of call it that. Let's see, I'm sorry.
I like to think that he knew what he was doing. That some part of him understood what the future was and wanted no part of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good thought process. Let's see, continue.
All this talk of him brings to mind a poultice he taught me. Best wound salve he ever used. Perhaps we should keep an eye out for the ingredients.
Okay, so that's where the plants come in. So what do you need?
Fire moss, singe root, and a tally's kiss. I don't know if they grow here at all, but if they do, we'll find them in caves and shady places.
Okay, cool. All right, continue.
Let's get going. If I see any of the ingredients I need, I'll let you know.
Awesome. And I think that's what she actually does too. Like, she'll actually path to the items when we're close to them, so... Cool. Alright, Liu Fei. Well, to be honest, bud, I'll tell you what. We'll just leave them both here. Because I don't think it's... From what I'm looking at on this image here, it's really not that far, so... So we'll just continue on foot.
Ah, yes. Another ingredient.
Oh, there she goes.
There we go. Got it.
What did we get? Doesn't say, does it? Or is it in my inventory? No, it's not in my inventory, so... I don't exactly know what she picked. Because we're nowhere near close. But he did say that you can find them in various places, so... So maybe that was a place. I just couldn't see the ingredient on the floor. Or the ground, I should say. Oh well. We'll just continue on.
Prepare yourself.
Okay. Prepare myself for what? It looks like she sees some wolves there. Oh, that's a mini boss. And she's doing very well.
Ah, yes. Another ingredient.
Like, very well. She just killed a mini boss wolf and 2 other wolves just like that. That's pretty insane.
There we go. Got it.
Okay, so that's 2. And she killed 1 or 2, well, I should say 3, but I don't know if the mini boss counts as an actual thing in this quest, but she did kill 2 wolves. So I'm wondering, we need to kill some of these stags now. Okay, what you going to attack?
A battle comes, and with it clarity.
Yep, there we go. Just had to go down further for her to trigger. This is actually...
Ah, my arm aches. That's enough cutting for now.
Okay, cool. So that's that for those creatures. But I was going to say, like, I really do like how this scripting is. Like, how it's done and how well it's done, because it's very immersive, I have to say. Like, it's... I don't know, it's very smooth. To her pointing at things and her dialogue matching up with what she's doing, and her sneaking behind the animals, and then as soon as she gets close to it, she, you know, lifts up and runs to it. I don't know, it's really immersive, in my opinion. So good job, Funcom. I really do appreciate what you're doing with her questline so far, or how well it's done. Alright, so we need to go over this direction towards the watchtowers, I think, is what this image is showing. let's just walk over to where this is located and see if she picks up anything.
Ah, yes, another ingredient.
Yep, looks like... Yep, I see it. Not exactly sure why, but this song in particular reminds me of Daggerfall. I guess it's just the arpeggios of the harp.
There we go. Got it.
That kind of swell in.
There we go. That's enough. Let's talk.
All right. Yeah, there's just something about that instrument that swells up in that song in particular that just reminds me of Daggerfall. What do you got to say, Freya?
I haven't done this for a long time. I'm worn out, body and soul. My wound is throbbing, and I can't keep the bleak thoughts away. A shadow lies across my mind, and I cannot shake it. In the past, action was enough. Now I make every move as if wading through a dark mire.
Yeah, you sound defeated. Perhaps you should take some rest.
No. No. I just need rest. I'll get my spirit back, and we'll find and rescue Angvar. We must. I'll seek you out when I'm ready.
Okay, so it looks like this is the second 8-hour cooldown. Okay, so I'll just make my way back to the hovel and pick up Liu Fei and Slade. I think what we'll do is instead going back to base, I think we'll just end the segment next to the hovel, because I think the next, like day 3, I don't think you have, because like I think it's either the day 3 quest or the day 4 quest is where you have to have a bonfire, but I think even with, or I think it's a campfire of some sort, but even then, I think just being at her hovel next to the bonfire works as well, if I remember from his video, but I'll have to double make sure on that. But yeah, I think we'll just hang out at the hovel. And I'm not quite sure why I'm making this difficult for myself. I always tend to do that with games like these. It's just my brain shuts off and I just make everything so difficult for me. I don't know why. But no, yeah, I think we'll just kind of end the segment, at least right now, at the hovel. And if we have to go back to the base for the other ones, we'll do that. But I think being at the hovel will be alright. But so far, I'm liking both of their quest lines. Probably a little bit more Freya's, just because there's some mystery involved, I guess. And there's a little bit more urgency, I guess is the word. Because, I mean, obviously there was urgency with Liu Fei because he was trapped inside of a plant from a demon and stuff, but it just seems like this one has a bit more urgency just because we're having to find someone who's been kidnapped and we're not quite sure, you know, like if we were in this world, you know, like how much time we have left in order, you know, like until something really bad happens to her husband and stuff. But yeah, it just seems like this one has a little bit more of a mystery and more urgency feel to it. So I really do enjoy that. But yeah, I'm really liking both of their quest lines so far. Alright guys, so I think, like I said, I'll just end the segment here. And we will pick it back up in 8 hours when that is completed. And we'll just probably go back to her hovel, because I'm pretty sure she'll seek us out wherever we are. And we can just talk to her here. Alright, well I will see you guys in the next segment. All right. So it has been well over 8 hours. Technically almost 24 hours, but yeah, let's see. And where did the bonfire go? Is this part of the quest, or is it just bugged? I'm going to assume that it's probably just bugged. Or actually, I should say, let's hope it's part of the quest and not actually bugged, and it's going to like cause the game to crash or some sort. All right, let's see. So let's go day 3 of Freya's quest. And I believe with this one, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be killing some mini bosses. Because I just finished watching Pixelcave's video all the way through. And I believe we're going to have to go kill, mini bosses. Like a bear, wolf, elk, and boar. But he did mention that the bear you can kill regularly. Or it can just be a normal bear. And then the rest of them have to be a mini boss. But I did pull up in his video where he has all of those spawn locations, so we can just, do what we did, on the second quest, where we killed the rabbits and then the bigger creatures and stuff, so.
By the gods, I don't feel up for this today. I can barely lift my arm.
Okay, so you look awful. That's a good way to start conversation. It's like, did you sleep at all, or how is your wound? I'm going to say, how is your wound? I think that sounds a little bit more tactful, I guess.
The poultice helped a little, but my wound still throbs, and the bad dreams. I don't think a poultice can help with those.
Did you sleep at all?
I couldn't. My dreams were filled with lurking evil, like a black serpent writhing through a garden of flowers. Horror and madness.
Well, that's not good. That sounds terrifying, actually. Did you recognize anything?
Oh, yes, I saw Angvar. Bound to a stone. Taunted by hawk-faced warriors. They cut, and he writhed and stopped.
See, it's no wonder you didn't sleep. And you need to pull yourself together. I think I'm going to go with this one. It's no wonder you didn't sleep.
They don't feel like natural dreams. I told you before that every sword swing feels like it drains my strength. I don't think I can do it again.
Okay. If the sword hurts, put it down. There are other ways to fight. Take up the spear instead, and let's hunt.
You're right. I owe it to Angvar. My shield. My father taught me the way of the spear. If it hurts to swing, then by the gods, I'll stab.
Yeah, there you go. Just stab at him. Don't even worry about cutting from side to side or up and down. Just do it straight and to the point. Okay, so where do you want to go?
My father taught me the spear and how to hunt large game. Perhaps we can start there.
So we have 2 choices again. I'm ready. And I'll be there for the hunt, but I really hope this works out in the end. Nah, I don't really like that choice. That choice sounds kind of like you're being a smartass, sort of. I'm ready, as SpongeBob would say.
Thank you. If you hadn't found me, I'd probably still be back at the hut, trapped in the gloom of my own thoughts.
Oh, you mean the hut that's literally behind you? Just a few feet?
But you helped me to see through the mist. Ah, enough talking. Meet me over at my hovel and let's hunt.
Yes, ma'am. Aye, aye, Captain. Okay, so from what I'm seeing is that there is a bear right above this cliff face. And I just realized the mace is about to break. I'm going to have to definitely for the next quest part, because after finishing that video, I just realized where we're going next after quest 3. And we're going to have to go to the volcano. And not just at the volcano, we have to go inside the volcano to get to the forge and the Well of Skelos. So I'm going to have to plan that one out. So once we get done with this segment, I think off camera I'll go and get some things prepped up for that. And then when we start it the next time, I'll probably put all that stuff in my inventory as I'm recording, and we can head over there. I just hope we can actually manage to survive through there. I think we can. It's just going to be probably a little bit of a challenge. Okay, so now let's go up here. Yep, there's a bear. Just as he said. Gonna let her obviously take on the bear because I want that perk.
Bears. They can overpower you easily. Dangerous hunting bears. They can overpower you easily.
Yep.
Dangerous hunting bears.
Yep, we get it.
Can overpower you easily.
You don't have to say that multiple times. Okay. Got an ADD bear right here.
Curse him. What's next? Let's take the claws. In Ymir's name.
Okay. So we've got the bear done, because I think we only just needed to kill one. And now we just need to go try and find a wolf, a mini boss version of those. And yeah, like I said, I'm going to let her do all the damage so that way she can get that carnage buff, or the perk, I mean. Because to me that sounds really good. So I'll just try and get that for her. Are you kidding me, son? Are you kidding me? I could have just walked over here and went up this tiny little cliff face and was able to get on top of that. Oh my gosh. That's pretty gnarly. Okay, so we'll take a look. Tell you what, let's go back over this way. And we'll go down the cliff here to this wolf spawn and see if there's not one. Wish I could do that in real life. Just fall down a cliff and just catch on to any part of the cliff and just skid down it and not hurt my hands or anything. Or just say not get injured. And just miraculously climb down the cliff face like that to get to safety. Wouldn't that be nice? So we should be getting close to the spawn point. Yep, there's one.
Do you see it? That wolf there. That's a prize worthy of my father.
Alright, go get it. Kill it, girl. Or, you know... well, I'm actually doing my tanking job correctly. I'm kiting it around. So the DPS can take care of it.
We'll take its teeth as a tribute to Ymir.
Yup. Alright, so that one's done. So now we've got to go kill an elk. We might as well head down south to about, let's see, I'm trying to line it up with the video's image here. It looks like there is a boar mini boss around here. I'll put a marker there. And then there's an elk boss just to the northwest of that location. Okay, so we'll just go on foot, of course, and get down there and see if we can find anything. Of course, make sure we've got a torch out. Because it seems to be a pattern that we always end up doing these things at night.
Those antlers are a prize for any hunter.
There we go. There's our mini elk boss.
You picked the wrong fight.
Count the points. Those belong to us.
I would say, let's see, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Or did I count that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 16 points. Maybe a little bit more.
We're too far from our goal. I can't follow you any further.
Okay. So we gotta go back. I think what we'll do is we'll go down. Wait, do I see one up there? Oh, I do. That's
Something
really...
has disturbed the ground here. A boar. And from the look of it, a big one. Let's go carefully.
So I guess it's here? Yeah, okay. That's really strange. I'd never really known them to spawn right here.
That one there, with the giant tusks. Just stay out of their reach.
Unless it's scripted to spawn there because of her now. Yeah, because that's... Even the mini-boss boars I don't think are that big.
Those will make a good trophy.
Cool. Okay.
That's enough hunting. I feel good. My wound is still pulling, but the fog in my mind seems to have passed.
That's good. That is definitely good news. But like I said, I don't think the boars, like the mini-boss versions of those, get that big. Unless it's just been a while since I've seen them. But it seems like that was specifically made for her quest. Okay, so let's go back to her hovel and see if her bonfire is back. Because we've got to be next to a campfire or a bonfire. So just in case, for some reason, it doesn't show up, we will grab some stone and wood. Just so that way we can put down a little bitty fire. So we can continue the quest. And let's just see. Because I forgot to talk to her when we were done, so we might as well try to see what she says. Because that's just really strange to see her sitting down over there, and then she's right in front of us. So let's see if she says anything.
Yesterday at this time, I could barely lift my arm. Today, I'm filled with vitality.
That's awesome. Cool. Fresh air and killing things works for me normally.
I don't know. There's something here, just out of reach. I feel like I am on the edge of something. Some revelation.
Leave revelations to the oracles and the gods. Enjoy the return of your strength.
No, please, pay attention. I have an idea.
Okay.
We need to build a campfire. I want to try something.
Alright. So it looks like at least from here, the bonfire just seems to be not working. So yeah, glad I called. Or I should say, I'm glad I gathered those materials so we can build this real quick. Oh, I did not need wood. I needed branches. Oops. There we go. There we go. Let's try this again. Okay, let's build that campfire. Put our wood in there. Put our bark in there too. Resin, sure. Drop that crap. Okay, and what do you have to say now?
I need a campfire. Find one or make one. I need to try something.
Okay. I just did.
I need a campfire. Find one or make one. I need to try
Okay.
something.
Let's try this. I know this is going to be strange.
I need a campfire. Find one or make one. I need a campfire. I need to try something. Find one or make one. I need to try something.
Building is not allowed here, of course. Yeah, uh-huh. And it's funny that we talked to two Freyas. Okay, so maybe if I move away from here, perhaps.
I need a campfire. Find one or make one. I need to try something.
Uh-huh. Okay, so maybe maybe we need to make a bigger one? He did say in his video that it was just regular. So how about we make one of those big, like cooking, yeah, these regular large campfires. We just need stone, so. Gosh darn it, and I just dropped the rest of the stone we had too. Oh well.
I'm going to try a prayer to Ymir. You can watch, but don't interrupt.
Oh, okay, so.
Gods of ice and snow, heed my strength. By my arm were these creatures slain. By my will were these creatures taken. By bone and right of northern blood, I beseech thee, answer this prayer. Whither goes my strength? Do you see it? A figure in the smoke. A woman. I know her. It is the witch Hulda. I see her holding my sword.
Interesting. Okay. So perhaps.
There we go. That's enough. Let's talk.
Perhaps she's the one that's causing all of these problems? Okay. So it seems like the little campfire doesn't work. I guess you have to have a bonfire, or the one at her hovel, or the large campfire to work, it seems. Okay, so let's see. What do you got to say, Freya?
This must be when Angvar brought her the blade for blessing. But this is no blessing. She is cursing the blade. Her lips writhe with fey words.
Uh-oh. So yeah, she seems like she's the one behind all this. She tricked Angvar? But why?
She covets him. She used to follow him around when they were both children. Ha, of course. Angvar is such a fool. She saw me as a rival for his love.
Oh, I see. So she cursed your blade?
Which explains why my day with the spear hasn't left me drained. So then, how to break this curse?
What a choice. What a choice. If I wasn't like trying to stick with role playing, I'd definitely choose this, but let's see. Blood usually works.
Blood, yes. But whose?
I don't see the problem. Don't use the sword if it is cursed.
No. There is more to it than just the sword. Every time I use the sword, my wound ached. They are linked. I need to break the curse to heal the wound.
Aha. That's actually pretty sneaky of the witch to do that. You need a sorcerer.
I think what I need the most is time to recover my strength. Time to think, and time to plan.
Alright.
When I needed to think in the past, I would throw myself into hard labor. The body takes over and leaves the mind room to think.
What you're describing sounds like the Will of Pain, where I break the minds of my enemies.
It sounds ideal. Some time on the Wheel of Pain. It will give me time to rebuild my strength and think of how to break this curse.
You're mad, but it's your decision. Well, I mean, hey, she's getting exercise out of it. She's doing it out of her own will and not actually being subject to it, you know? You're mad, but it's your decision.
I will try this Wheel of Pain and clear my head. I'll come and find you when I feel prepared.
Oh, and it just cut her audio off. Perfect. I didn't even get a chance to read the last part of it. Alright, cool. So it seems like that is the last part of day 3's quest. So, yeah. I'm going to obviously leave it here for this segment, and we'll come back in about 8 hours or in the next day when I log back in, and we will continue from there, which I believe is where we need to go to the volcano. So I'm going to take this time after I finish recording this segment to go back down to the base and get some things prepared for that. So I will see you guys in the next segment. Alright, so we are back and logged in, and Freya is already here. And I went ahead and did a couple of things before I started recording. I went and got some more potions and stuff, just so that way we would need it, because I think this is the part we are supposedly going to the volcano. So I just wanted to make sure we are all prepped and ready for that. So yeah, I got the potions done. I also got some more health food and some just regular food, just in case we do get hungry and we don't have to waste all of these. And then I repaired my shield and also went ahead and made a new hardened steel mace, because that other one we had was definitely fixing to break. And also went ahead and put an advanced weapon damage kit on there to make it go to about 44 health damage. So I think that's all good. My armor looks okay, so I don't have to really worry about repairing that. And I also trying to think what else. I think that's it. I think that's all I did. So yeah, we should be ready to go. I'm going to bring Dagger this time around because I don't think Liu Fei is going to have or do very much up there in the volcano at this point in time with how his armor is and his level. So I'll just bring Dagger just for that fact alone. And of course, if I remember correctly, this is what I also did, is I got her some salted pork. Went ahead and made her some of that. So that's the other thing that I did, because I knew I was forgetting something. But yeah, so that should be all ready to go. We just need to pick up the ice whenever we head on over there, just so that way we don't die of heat stroke. Alright, so let's see what Freya has to say about the volcano.
It's good to see you, friend.
Good to see you too. Let's see, did you enjoy your time on the Wheel of Pain? You feeling broken down by the wheel? Let's see, I like this option here. Did you enjoy your time on the Wheel of Pain?
Enjoy. There is no love in hard labor, but there is clarity. When bones stiffen and muscles ache, the mind quiets, and things become clear.
You've got a plan then?
I do. If my husband was taken by that witch, then he is in no danger. So we turn to the matter of this curse, my wound and my blade.
Okay, that sounds like a sensible plan of action there. Cut off the arm and be done with it. I mean, that's a simple solution to it, I suppose. Your wound and the cursed blade are linked?
Yes. When I was wounded, it was Hulda who tended my wound. She was whispering furiously as she applied her poultice. I should have seen it sooner.
And the blade?
It was in her hovel the entire time. Ah, a simple matter for her to put a curse upon it. She had access to my blood, hair, and nails. That foul witch.
Okay, so we destroy the blade then?
You've seen to the heart of things. We need to drive the curse from the blade. I had not thought to destroy it, simply to reforge it.
And of course, we had that idiot treasure person over there talking when she was talking, and the subtitles got switched around. Of course it did. You'd think that she would be the priority, right? See, there is no shortage of forges in the exiled lands.
I'll thrust the sword into the fire of the volcano. Let the metal melt and blend. If that doesn't lift the curse, nothing will.
And it did it again. See, let's get going then. Or won't that just melt the blade and burn your hand? Let's see. Okay, well, I guess let's get going then.
In the volcano's caldera, there is a forge with lava flows hot enough to cleanse the sorcery from my blade. It won't be easy to reach, though. It's hotter than hell, and the natives won't take kindly to our presence, so come prepared. Meet me there, at the Volcanic Forge.
Yeah, this is going to be quite challenging, I think. Okay, we will meet you there, Freya. Okay, so, like I said, all we gotta do now is just grab the ice. I'm gonna bring about 200. Hell, why don't we just bring 300? Just in case. Because, I don't know. I don't know, man. I just feel like this is going to be the most challenging thing we've done so far. And that place is no joke. Nor is it no... It's no fun. I mean, it's... What am I trying to say? It's like, it's no joke, but it is cool and exciting to go to, but it's no fun either. It's just having to traverse it. Alright, so she's gone. And I think we have everything that we need. Liu Fei, hold down the fort for us, please. And we should be ready to go. Now, I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to take the Dragonmouth route, I believe, to get into the volcano. Which is... Oh, where is that? I believe... It's right here. I think that's... We'll just put a... Yeah, we'll put this little tower icon. We'll call it Dragonmouth. Because I think this is where Dragonmouth is, where the entrance is. So we'll go there and we'll enter that way. Instead of having to... I think if you climb or go over here, there's some ways to get into the volcano that way, but... Or is it here? Okay, so we'll put Dragonmouth there, and then we'll put one right here. Just in case. Alright. So, let's go. Dagger. Let's see if we can't take on the volcano. And try to get Freya's questline finished. And I figured, I think the best route for us to go is to head up towards the Mounds of the Dead. Which would be... Make sure we're not being followed so I can take a look at the map. So we'll just go up through the tradeaway, and then we will... I think we'll take this... Yeah, go up to the Mounds of the Dead, and then we'll take that right. And then we should be able to just go straight up through the snow part right here just to get to these two locations. So I think that will be the best course of action. And we'll probably have to collect some more ice too, because I think it's like, how long do these ice cubes, I should say, last? Like, 34 minutes. I think that'll be enough, what we've got in there, but, you know, we'll collect some if we definitely are in desperate need of them. Alright, so we should be getting close to where we need to take that right. I'm gonna have to go through the skeleton territories. Unfortunate. Well, I guess what I could do is just kind of go around it like this and get stuck on rocks, of course. Oh, come on. Well, I would say bring the horse up like that, but I guess we'll just have to climb it. For some reason, Dagger's not defending herself for some reason. But that's all going to change once we get up here. They should all reappear. I hope. There you go. Well, there's Slade. Guessing Dagger... Oh, there you go. And still being followed by the spectral ghost, of course. I think this is where... Hold on, is that thing still following us? No, okay. Good. So let me make sure this is the right... Yeah, okay, so this is where we need to turn right here. And we should be able to just follow this all the way up until we can get to Dragonmouth, which I'm hoping I've got it marked in the correct places. Oh, there's some ruins right here. Okay, ghosts. With a trebuchet. Okay, so obviously this was a tower of some sort. But let's just see if there's anything we can find in here real quick. Gotta kill this bear first. This lone bear, I hope. Bjornar's stand.
To cause trouble here.
Okay, just so far there's just rocks and stones and stuff. Some bark. But I'm not seeing any treasure chests like you would find when there's ghosts. Unless that was just a little cutscene and that's all for the ghosts. Interesting. I'm pretty sure there is something I'm missing. I'm just not seeing it. Nope. Okay. Well, like I said, I'm probably missing something. I'm just not seeing it. And I'm pretty sure it's like staring me right in the face. And I'm just being oblivious to it. But, okay. Well, it's cool. I think I've ran across this ruin once before in my playthroughs that I've had in the past, but I just don't remember if there was anything ever there other than the ghosts. If any of you guys know what I just missed, let me know in the comments, because I don't think I've ever found anything in those ruins before. Just that those ghosts and the bear. That's about it. Okay, so now we just need to keep going northeast. Yeah, it's been forever and a day since I've been to the volcano. I just remember, you know, like I've been saying, that it's a pretty challenging place with all the serpent men and all the obstacles you have to go through, like jumping on little stones things to get across the lava and stuff like that. So it's going to be quite something, you know, coming back to this, or coming back to revisit it, I should say, again. Ah, there it is. Did I have it in the right place? Yeah, okay, so that is, this first one was correct. So, but I think this might be another way you can get in to the volcano. Because it does look like it has an indentation right there that you can go in. So I'll just change that to another way in. Volcano entrance. It's a really cool, I have to say, really cool formation that they made to make it look kind of like an open maw of a dragon, or any type of beast, really. It's just really cool. I like it. Dragonmouth. Alright, Slade. Of course, thralls aren't allowed here. Why did I not... Why am I not surprised? Let's find him a location real quick. And we'll definitely put our bed out here too. If we can actually find a flat space. There we go. And bring him closer. All right, cool. So let's make sure we're all set. Go ahead and eat some of our special food, get our health up, get our ice ready. And I think that's all good. All right, guys. Well, let's see if we can actually do this and actually prevail in getting to the Well of Skelos and then into the forge to to meet up with Freya. Alright, so now looks like we just got to traverse this little cavern. And I think how this is going to go is I think we're actually at a position to where we can just go straight to the Well of Skelos, I believe. So we just got to be very careful about how we go about it, though. Yep, and let's not fall either and get roasted alive. This was always such a cool looking place. And I mean, in my past playthroughs that I've done with my friends and solo, like I've been here a handful of times. And I don't think I've actually have explored all of it yet. I think there's a couple of places that I haven't been to. I think normally we just go straight towards the Well of Skelos and doing some obsidian runs, but that's about it, I think. The Shattered Stairs. Still behind me, dagger. Whoa, okay. Gotta be careful. This place could be my doom if I let it. Like, very easily. Okay, as long as we keep the ice on us. Because it's like about 1 minute and 30 seconds. We should be fine. Yep, they were correct on the wiki when I was reading about... to kind of refresh my memory as to where the Dragonmouth takes you in the volcano, and it says that it takes you literally straight down towards the Well of Skelos, and they are correct. It literally takes you down here. Now we just gotta be careful of all these serpent men and all these one skull, I think, rock noses. Alright. Let's try and do this as slow as possible. Because this may hurt. Just bring them two at a time. Just bring them over here. Oh, God. This is gonna suck. Okay. Might as well. I just hope Dagger has enough health. Stamina's gonna be a problem here. I can already tell. Well, that's a named archer. Alright, let's heal you up. As much as we can, at least. Hey, Serpent Man daggers. I'll take those. This Javelin 2 and this Dragon Bone bow. Sure. Why not? That's pretty cool that we found these 3 things. Okay, so what else have we got here? Ooh, a Serpent Man shield, and I'm dying. Getting extremely hot. But yeah, Serpent Man shield. Awesome. Yeah, let's equip that bad boy. That looks pretty sick. Some more daggers. And the language dictionary. Yeah, why not? We'll use that. It's written in common tongue and with helpful notes. This dictionary contains enough information to read and write a foreign language. Details about how to speak it, however, is not part of this tome. Studying this dictionary will teach you how to write short notes in a new language. Nice. Okay, so we learned the Serpent Man language. All right, let's get down in here before they respawn. Oh, let me do this first. Skeletal Serpent Man. Whoa, okay, hello. Like, where are they coming from? Okay, that's not good. Whoa, man, I almost bit the bullet. Oh my gosh, and it's all because of these damn rocks, too. Jeez. Good grief. Man, where did they come from, too? Alright. Looks like I had a Serpent Man mace, too. Awesome. Serpent Man statue. Okay, we better get going before we actually do end up dying. All right, let's go. And I think what we do is we just jump. All right, I think we just jump in, I believe. Yep. Oh man, we are knee deep in hell, boys, basically. Okay, so we need to take this, like I said, as slow as possible. And again, we need to make sure she is completely healed, because I do not know what's going to happen when we actually catch up with Freya and get that quest started. I know there's like a horde that we have to take care of, but I don't know how tough it is. So it's 41 damage. It's 44. Tell you what. those there. They're about to break, it looks like. I'm surprised that shield is completely full on durability. That's crazy. Must have lucked out on that. Okay, let's take this. Easy. Okay, so it's just basic people in, I believe it's the lizard armor. But that's definitely fitting for this place. Okay, now where is the forge? Ah, there it is. Uh-huh. Okie dokie. That must be... we're in the Serpent Bend talking. And I think I've only been to this place at least once. Yeah, I think I've only been here once, and I do not remember that. So that's freaky. And I think this is obsidian. Yep. And I think, if I remember reading on the wiki, is that we need to... I think, finish this dungeon as far as, like, defeat the boss, and then that's a way to learn the obsidian weapons, I think, or do something. I'm not exactly sure. Or can't remember on the top of my head. I don't think we'll do it, though, because all I want to do is come in here and do Freya's quest and get out. And we'll come back to it later. You know, I really like how Dagger doesn't get hot or cold. She's just like, it's whatever. I think it feels pretty good in here, man. I don't know what you're complaining about. Now the question is trying to get out of here. Because we're going to have to deal with all those peeps again towards the entryways. Okay. Come one at a time, please. Okay, so they're not fighting back at all? I don't know if I'm extremely lucky or what. It's really cool. It's like a really cool dialect. Ooh, skinning knife. Nice. We'll take that. And we're burning up again. Okay. Like I said, I don't know if we were extremely lucky, if they weren't fighting back or what. But they were Definitely not fighting back. It looks like Freya changed her outfit. A little bit. Cool. But at least she's here. At least the quest is still going strong. It seems like. Alright. Let's not keep her waiting.
I'm ready to be rid of this curse. Shall we begin?
Yes, please. Let's do it.
Stay by my side, friend. This is a dark curse, and breaking it will not be easy.
Oop. There's the creatures. Oh, these look really cool. These creature designs. Quite sure why the audio is being muffled a bit. Is that all? Might just be. Yeah, these things look freaky looking. But I really do like how they look though. Blood sack. Okay, get some raw ash because I'm sure we'll need that at some point. Alright. With that out of the way, let's see what Freya has to say.
They couldn't beat me, but they tried. Such darkness. All the gloomy nightmares of my life made manifest.
Yeah, I'd say so. You beat them all.
We beat them all, friend. When the darkness came, you were at my back. I am ever grateful.
And now the curse is broken?
Yes. I feel it lifted from me. A poison drawn from my ailing soul. I feel weak as a newborn, but my strength will return with rest.
Are you ready to get your husband back?
No, not yet. Breaking the curse has cleared my mind of the shadows that had...
Okay. I guess she was ready to go take a nap and not finish her conversation. Sounds good. Okay, we gotta do something about this whole... Let me get rid of 50 of that. There we go. That'll be fine. Okay. So here comes the fun part. Is trying to get back. But first, I am curious. Okay, got the Volcanic Forge. I'll have to read up on what to remember what to do with that. Going to assume that the final boss of this place is over here somewhere. This place is huge. I think this is as far as I've gotten. It's just right here at the forge. So this is going to be something to do at a later date. Let's just try and get ourselves out of here. Okay, a wooden box that I can't open. Odd. Though, then again, that might be where one of the bosses is, or I should say maybe the final boss, perhaps. I think what we'll do is we will just run as fast as we can to get out of here. To at least get to the cavern. Yeah, let's just run straight out. Hopefully this will work. And Dagger doesn't get stuck. Oh, there she is. Yep. Alright, let's go. No need to dilly-dally. Oh, did it just take us to the opposite end? Oh, shoot. Yeah, I think that's exactly what it did. Need to go out this way. Oh, she's down. Okay. Yeah, like I said, this is going to be terrible. Extremely terrible. So we need to head out to our left side here. Over there. Alright, so got Dagger out of her unconscious state, I would say. And we just need to make our way out of here. Like I said, just as slow as possible. Okay. We may have to actually take these on. Take these guys on. Because I don't think, from what we just experienced, running away seems to cause them all to go to her. And she seems to get knocked down pretty quickly. Because these guys seem to have good damage output. A lot more than I thought. But at the same time, I'm not surprised. That's a tier 4. Or a named fighter. Okay, so for some reason, she's stuck. Not for too much longer. Man, I am extremely tense right now. This is crazy. Okay, so Warhammer. Ooh, we need those. Let's see. Those are in worse shape. Well, actually, those are in better shape than the ones that I've got. So I might as well drop the ones. Yeah, okay. That's good. What is this? Ooh, Golden Lotus. Nice. Definitely hold on to that, 'cause I'm sure we'll need it at some point. And I really do hope I don't accidentally touch the lava. That's all we need is to just touch it. And die in a few hits. Because I have a feeling just dying here. Of course, I mean, we have our bed outside, but I mean, not having anything to use while coming back in here would be almost impossible to get our stuff back. All right, so we successfully did the volcano with all of our teeth intact. But we had a couple of close calls there. So yeah, we'll have to make sure we have a little bit more stuff with us when we come back up here. You know, if we ever do the like finish the Well of Skelos and stuff. Because we did okay, but it was still pretty challenging, even with all the stuff that we have. So we'll just have to a couple more adjustments, I think, so that we are 100% ready. Oh, now we're extremely cold. How about that? It's like, boy, what a temperature change. Now, how's this frostbitten? Well, I don't think there's going to be any way to change that. Yeah, we might as well just let ourselves die and we'll spawn back. Well, that was unfortunate what just happened. This is really strange, though. I don't know where the frostbite came from, because I know it's very cold, but I mean, just having the iron torch out should have gotten rid of that. So I'm not entirely sure why I got frostbitten, unless I didn't catch it at the last second. And then it just caused me to get frostbitten, but that's alright. Might as well, you know, better to have it happen here, out here next to the bed, than it in the volcano and stuff, so there's that at least. And what a position for my corpse to look like. It's pretty wild. Alright, so might as well go ahead and get our bed up. And let Dagger follow us again. Get on Slade. And leave our broken in half corpse here. And let it rot in the snow. Or be preserved in the snow. I think that's probably what would happen realistically in this environment. And we will try to head back. I think we need to go back to her hovel, so kind of need to make sure. Actually, no, I don't think we need to go back to her hovel, because I think we're at our next 8-hour break. So I think what we'll do is we will just head. Yeah, I'd say. Yeah, let's just head back to her hovel. And because I don't think it... Yeah, it doesn't really matter where we're at, because I think in the last couple of segments that I've done for this, we've done one where she has appeared at her hovel. So, yeah, we'll just go to her hovel, and then we will leave it there. Well, to be honest, I'll tell you what, we'll just go back to the base, because I'm pretty sure we've got to do a couple of repairs or do a couple of things there to get ready for the next part. So yeah, we'll just head back to the base. And not to mention that we do have a couple of things in our inventory as well that we need to put up. So yeah, going back to the base was a smart decision. So yeah, we'll go back there, put all that stuff up, and kind of get some things rearranged, I think, in our inventory. Like maybe make some more potions or something before I end the segment. And then we'll just come back in 8 hours after her timer goes down. Alright, so let's go back in here real fast. Put everything back up. Still not quite sure why these guys are having trouble getting into the inn or the tavern. Because, I mean, it literally is just zone in and walk to the door. Just have no idea as to why they're getting stuck. Unless it's just because everything is so cluttered together, they just get stuck in the most ridiculous of places. But cool, guys. Yeah, we definitely managed to survive the volcano. Though there were definitely a few places in there that we almost kicked the bucket, but all in all, we definitely, I think, did a pretty good job going through it. So cool. Yeah, so let's just go put dagger up real quick, and then go ahead and put some of this. Whoa, let's just freak out, shall we? Let's just go put some of this stuff up, and then I think we'll call it for this segment. So go ahead and put, I wonder if I should put these. Yeah, let's just go ahead and put these weapons and things in here, because this is what the chest was meant for, I believe. It's just having armors and weapons. Okay, and we'll put those statues in here as well. So I think this is, yeah, I think this one is completely full, except for the 2 spots there. But let's just set these things. You know what we could do, to be honest, is we could just put those in the artisan bench. So, and the blood sacks, I would assume we probably need to go. I mean, I don't think you have to put them here, but we'll just put them in the sorcery bench. And put all this ice back. What happened to my... Oh, good grief. Are you kidding me? Something, I don't know what happened to my preservation box. This game and its buggy ass. Golly. Well, there's that. That's something I'm going to have to fix off camera, because that's, I have no idea how that happened. Perfect. Awesome. Because I think we had all the ice in there, and we had some meat, like pork. Okay, well, that's just something I'm going to have to, unfortunately, like, admin, because that's just beyond stupid. The fact that it just glitched out like that. I have no idea what happened. But yeah, I'll definitely take care of that off camera. Anyway, let's not worry about that right now. Let's just, I guess, keep the ice in our inventory for now, and then put the rest of this up. These silver coins. And this raw ash, I think, could go into the alchemy table. So let's do that. ash and golden lotus flower. Yep. Okay. I don't think we've... Yeah, we didn't even look at that language dictionary. Evolution. So let's do that. Okay. So we've learned that. And I think... Yeah, I think that's it. And I better end this segment before I get even more irritated and angry as I am right now, because that really just, if something like that can just be completely glitched out and just be removed from the game, that's just beyond stupid. Well, anyway guys, well, I'll go ahead and end the segment here, and we should be able to pick it back up, because I think this might be the last 8-hour segment, or 8-hour break that we have to do for her quest, I think. I'll have to go and double check on that, but we will be back in whenever the 8 hours is done. So yeah, I will see you guys then. Alright guys, so we are back with another new segment 8 hours later, or I should say in my case like a whole 24 hours plus later. And let's see if we can't locate Freya, who I hope will appear at some point. Or this may be a case where we may actually have to go to her hovel, which I don't think that's the case. Oh, I guess because I started it in the tavern, she just decided to spawn right in the middle of my innkeeper's table. All right. Okay, let's see what she has to say this time. So I think we have to go to New Asagarth in this part of the quest. So let's see what she says.
A dark morning, friend. A dark day.
What's the matter? Are you ready to go and find your husband?
Aye, the time has come. But the people of New Asagarth, they've been lying to me. Protecting the witch. There will be a reckoning.
Ooh. Well, it seems like you're serious now. So, you think your kinsman will attack us?
My father died to save them. My husband and I kept them safe when we reached the exiled lands. You, a stranger, have been more true to me than them.
Okay. Continue.
They have chosen a side. It's not their wrath that I fear. It's mine. I ache for vengeance. For answers. We will claim them in New Asagarth. Onwards then, friend. Let's walk this bloody path together.
Awesome. Alright, so I guess we'll meet her up there. So I think what we'll do is we'll bring Liu Fei with us this time, kind of give Dagger a break. I think what I'm going to do, I want to take a look at those weapons that we collected in the last segment up there in the volcano. Let me see where I put those. What did Where did I put those? Oh, that's right. I put those inside the chest in here. There we go. It's got 167.5 durability, but hey, I mean, it's got 36 health damage. And what does this spear have? 36? It's 19. 8. Yeah, so bleed, variable. This one gives a bleed effect. That's pretty cool. Tell you what, we'll switch it out, even though it's a little bit less, than what he was using. It does have that bleed effect, so we'll just let him use that for a little bit, and then we'll switch it out once it breaks. Or, well, in this case, since he's a thrall, it won't break, but we'll just use it for a little while until we decide to switch it. Take what we have left of those aloe leaves, and we'll make some more potions real fast. I'm not quite sure if I've learned that last... No, I haven't. I haven't learned that pure aloe extract yet, which I guess I need to. But I do need to save... I need to save some points for some other things, even though I think we have some of those fragments that we can use to get some more points. The fragments of power. That's what I'm thinking of. So we'll just chill here for a second and let these finish, and then we should be good to go and meet Freya over there. Okay, so those are done. And we'll split. Actually, no, he's got 3, so we'll keep the 10 on us right now. And I'll give him some if we need to. Ready to go, my man? It's a pretty cool looking spear. And it matches his outfit too. That's pretty cool. Alright, Liu Fei, let's head on over there. Let's get slayed. And let's mosey on over there and watch one of our taskmasters moonwalk into the smelter. Alright, and once again, I think what we'll do is we'll take our route going through, I would say probably, because I think she meets us like right at the entrance here, so we'll take the Shattered Basin route and go up through here. So that should be alright. And I did go back and rewatch Pixelcave's video just to make sure if this was the last 8-hour timer, and unfortunately it is not. So there's one more right after this. And then once we complete this and get that last 8-hour timer done, we'll have to go do one more thing, and that is it. We'll have to go do our showdown with the witch, I suppose. And take care of her. And we should have Freya on our side, which will be really cool. We'll have both companions side by side, helping us out. Really cool. Oh yeah, I completely forgot that we have 2 thralls just chilling over here by these ruins. I will have to make a mental note, because I think I've already said that before in the past segments, is to come back and grab them and bring them back. So that's going to be interesting, because there's 2 of them, so I'll have to maybe do it one at a time. I mean, obviously I'll have to do it one at a time, but I'll just have to take one, take it to the base, and come back and get the other one, unfortunately. Okay, so we'll need to go this way and head up that hill that's over there. Whoa, what? That actually freaked me out. I thought that was an enemy that was attacking me. That was just Liu Fei making a spectacular entrance with his fabulous sorcery. And I think, if I remember correctly, right before I logged on to start recording this segment, I saw that they released the bounty hunting again. So I think I am seeing, yeah, I see the bounty hunters up there. So awesome, we'll have to definitely do that here soon before it goes away. Probably the next episode, I'd say, is maybe go try and gather some more thralls again, And then also bounty hunt at the same time. I think that'd be pretty cool to do. So, cool beans. Okay, so we know all about this not being able to put anything down because thralls aren't allowed. So let's just put Slade right here. But yeah, it's pretty cool to know that they are re-releasing this stuff pretty often, it seems like. So I think, when was the last time the other ones came through? Was it end of February, I think? So maybe every 2 months it seems like they may release it. Release this. So that's cool. If they, you know, keep on that consistent scheduling. So maybe in end of June, I think we'll see it again. So we'll have to keep our eyes out for that. For sure. Alright, so Freya's here. So let's see what she has to say on this part.
I wanted to give you my thanks. You had no stake in this battle. When you found me, I was lost. Unable to move. Paralyzed by weakness.
It was all rather pathetic. What a choice. Let's see. I remember.
But you've stuck by me while I've gathered my strength. My sense of purpose. Whatever happens next, I owe you.
I'm still hoping I get something out of this whole adventure. Didn't you promise me some free smithing? Jeez. Ah, man. You're welcome, Freya.
When we get inside, look for Elder Hagarth. He was the one I spoke to last time. He knows. Let's go and find our answers.
Sure thing. Sure thing. He did not stand a chance. Not at all.
These Northmen have wandered into our lands before. It never goes well.
I would assume so, Liu Fei. And the notorious getting stuck in the middle of the plank. Because why not? Oh, it's not the blue, the icy blue color. Oh well. Still looks good though. Okay, nothing in their pockets. Oh, that was a bad strike. Man, I could just imagine if we respected and just did fall. What is that? The authority, and did it to where we had war party, maximum followers increased by 1, and we just had him and her. And then he summons that beast, that demon. That's like a total of 3 thralls attacking at the same time. That's crazy. And you know, that is an option. Or it could be an option. To just respect and do that. I don't know. That's something to think about. Jungle Grog. That sounds lovely. Oh, it gives you agility, weapon damage plus 15. Highland wine, which will keep us warm. Honey whiskey. Yeah, I think we can get drunk too. Sounds good. Ooh, an Acaronian pick. Yes. Yes, please. We just won't be able to repair it, unfortunately. Perfected. Perfected steel poignards. Let's see, 26, 25. Though the armor penetration is higher, but... How's the durability? Okay, we'll just take them. Because I think the last time we came through here, we didn't exactly have the best encumbrance. So, and I think we found like a perfected warhammer of some sort, I think. And there's another stray cat. I think we'll keep going this way, I think. We gotta get close to the shrine, I believe, and there's a hut behind it that we need to go into. Oh, we got sundered. I am seriously considering doing that, actually respecking and doing authoritarian. So I think it's this hut in the back, this one over here. Oop. As I get stuck, of course, on that last plank. Jeez. A bug kebab. Mmm. Delicious. Oh, wow. Oh, a taxidermied bear. I think we've got plenty of those at the base, but I mean, why not? And you know what? To kick it off, to kick our bounty hunting season off, let's just go ahead and collect that. Is this who we are looking for? Okay, so yeah, I think this is the guy we're looking for. not the guy that's dead on the ground, but the guy inside the hut. Oh, okay, we gotta fight him. Look at all those debuffs. Holy shit.
Ymir's beard, have mercy.
Maybe. Talk, old man. Freya wants to know where her husband is.
I don't know anything. By Ymir, I told Freya the truth the last time she was here.
Listen closely. Freya doesn't like hurting people she knows, but I don't know you. So you have one chance to tell us where Angvar is.
I can't. Hulda will return and she'll...
I definitely butchered his name before. I apologize about that. She'll what? Sour the milk? Kill the chickens? I've never met Hulda. But whatever she can do with sorcery, I can do with steel.
No. Please, don't!
Enough. Who are you? Why are you looking for me?
Hulda, is it? I'm looking for Angvar.
Ah, you must be Freya's pet. It didn't take her long to find new companionship. Angvar is better off here with me. He doesn't want to come home.
Oh, I doubt that. I really do. Tell me where you are, and we'll find out whether that is true.
And what do I have to gain from that? I have Angvar, body and soul. I am safe here. Why would I tell you where I am?
Your safety is an illusion, because Freya and I will never stop hunting you. Face us now, or we'll find you and slit your throat.
You don't know anything. Where I am, who I am, what I have gone through to get here. You're nothing.
Ho ho. Bold claims from someone who's talking through another person's body. Perhaps, but the exiled lands are only so large. I will find you one day. Or you can choose the time and place of our meeting.
You wish to tempt fate. Very well. Come find me overlooking New Asagarth at Nordhof.
Alright. Sounds good, babe. We'll see you then. Okay, what do you think about all this, Freya?
So, he's with the witch. She has Angvar.
Do you think she is telling the truth? That he has become hers?
That Hulda has taken my husband, I believe. As for the rest, I don't know what to believe.
Shall we go and get him back?
My arm aches. I need some time alone. To think about what she said. To...
And she actually said she'll meet us at the tavern later. Which is interesting. That's really cool that they added in that piece of dialogue to kind of make the tavern, you know, kind of connect with all these NPCs, I suppose, to give it a little bit more immersion. That's real cool. I like that. And you're just going to chill here, buddy? Try not to die. Alright, Liu Fei, I guess we better head back to the base. Because that was actually kind of a short segment. I'm pretty sure the next one is going to be even shorter. Because it really does seem like the volcano was the hardest part. Which that was a... Gosh, that was a trial and a half. We'll go turn this Sorcerer's Skull into the pyre. Or I really shouldn't say pyre, more or less cauldron. Nice. Got the usual stuff. And we'll put all those bad boys up once we get back. Now, I will say, yeah, these are different. These NPCs are different. Their models are different. And I really love his outfit. I want it. Oh, it has a cloak in the back, too. Nice. Yeah, if they... Who knows, they may put that on the bazaar at some point. I think that's one thing they need to capitalize on is more capes and cloaks. I always love when games include capes and cloaks like that, you know, like World of Warcraft, City of Heroes, and Villains. I'm trying to think what else, like Age of Conan, for, you know, is a good example. And, you know, things like that where they can just add cloaks and capes and stuff into games. I'm all for that. Especially games like this. Cool. Cool beans. Alright. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and get back on Slade. And we'll head back to base. And that will do it for this segment, guys. Okie dokie. So we'll go
Even
back
the
in here.
most peaceful of rivers hides dangers within its depths.
Yes, Liu Fei. You have said that 20 times already. Now we're going to go in here and put some of this stuff up, I think. Let's see. What did we get anyway? Just a taxidermied bear, which we can... Where can we put this? Yeah, let's put it like right here. Oh, that actually looks pretty cool. I think it still gives the person who can sit right here some room. Ooh, that's... Oh, I can't talk to the priestess of Zoth. That's a shame. She looks really good. But yeah, that taxidermied bear looks really good right there. That's cool. I didn't really think it was going to fit. Okay, so what else did we have? We had a few drinks, which we can put in the stove, which honestly does not make any sense. But hey, we'll roll with it. And we can put all those ancient obelisk coins. Obelisks, or however you pronounce that. In there. Demon blood and alchemical base. Yep. Yes, yes, yes. In the firebowl cauldron. Looks like we're going to need to make some more steel fire soon. Cool. Awesome. Alright. Well, like I said, guys, I think that's going to do it for this segment. I guess I need to put him somewhere. Let's just have him working on the tanner's table. Oh, there was one thing I wanted to point out. Yeah, because the past segment where when we came back and this thing was gone, I still don't know what happened to that thing. Like, it just disappeared. I mean, obviously it had to have been a bug of some sort, but just not entirely sure how that actually decided just to disappear and delete all that stuff that was in there. But I basically just went and admin the whole thing because, I mean, hey, if the game allowed that, I'm going to allow a cheat in this because that's just that's just ridiculous in my opinion. So I just went ahead and admin this preservation box, and I just kind of guessed on the top of my head how many ice we had and how many raw porks and savory flesh. I'm pretty sure I added more, but that's okay. I mean, more the merrier. So at least it's still here, it's back, and we've got all the raw pork and flesh in there, so it's all good. I'm a happy camper, just as long as it doesn't just decide to delete itself again. But yeah, cool, awesome. Yep, but we'll pick this back up on the last final segment, I believe, of Freya's quests in about 8 hours, but in my case it'll probably be another 24 hours or so. So yeah, I will see you guys then, and hopefully I can actually sit down. Someone in use? Someone using that? Yeah, looks like someone's using... Oh, there we go. Alright. Yeah, I will see you guys in the next segment. Alright, so it's been a couple of... Actually, it's been about 2 days, I think, since I logged on. Since our last session. So, yeah, so let's go ahead and see what our final quest is going to be like. Because I think we have to go to a certain place up in, like, near New Asagarth in order to finish the quest. So, let's see what she says.
So this is it then. One last battle to fight.
Okay. There's always another battle, but this one matters more than most.
I've been thinking about what Hulda said. Could it be true? Could Ymir be happy with her?
Let's see. She cursed your sword, your arm, and broken the mind of Elder Hagarth. Your husband is probably being controlled the same way. So it doesn't matter. If you love him, you'll fight for him. Yeah, I think I like this one a little bit. I mean, I like both of the choices, but I think this one sounds pretty good. So we'll choose that.
You're right. Her sorcery still lingers in my womb and clouds my mind. The darkness still lives in me. Today, I hope to purge it.
Fine harvest of riches. Very fine indeed.
Okay, it's time to kill the witch.
That vile succubus cowers in the hills above New Asagarth in a small outpost called Nordhof.
Yes, the books.
Okay.
My blade is ready. Oh, by Ymir, it'll be good to bury it in her flesh. Let's go.
All right. Cool. Awesome. So let's go and grab. I wonder. I took Freya. No. I'm trying to remember. I think I took Liu Fei with us the last time, if I remember correctly. So let's grab him again. And where did we put him? Was he inside? Yep, there he is. And let's just do a double check on our stuff real fast. He's got 3 of those, and I got 10. So if I need to split any, I can do that. Okay, so we'll just meet her over there, I guess. Yeah, looks like we'll just meet her over there. And I'll grab Slade real quickly. So let's go ahead and head over there. I think I have a general idea of where it's located, but we may need to do some exploring over there.
Even the most peaceful of rivers hides dangers within its depths.
To find out where it is exactly. So we'll just take our usual route one final time. And like I said, it's gonna be really cool having them both side by side. It's gonna feel like a pretty big achievement. It's having 2 of the new NPCs they've released in this chapter, or I should say, in this age. And I've really enjoyed this quest line. I think I've enjoyed it a little bit more than Liu Fei's, but overall, I think they're both pretty good. So it's just this one takes a lot longer to finish, just because there's more stuff to do. Whereas with him, it was just, you know, basically kind of in the same general area, but you had to go out just once, really, out of that area to go get a few ingredients and things, and that's pretty much it. And you stuck around the jungle area for the most part after that. But here it's like, go to the volcano and kill a couple of... I'll take that back. I think it's pretty much in the same area for both. It's just I think it's more about my part, really, because I've gone back and forth, back to base on this one, so... Yeah, that's probably why it seems to be a bit longer than Liu Fei's, just because I've stuck around, or I've gone from place to place with this one. Going back to base and back over here. But what matters is that we are almost done with both of them. We've done almost all the requests, and we've obtained both of them. And I think what I'll do is I'll actually, off camera, I think I'll go over here and just grab those 2 thralls that we captured. Just so that way, not having to take a couple of trips all while I'm recording. So yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll just, once I'm done recording this last session, I'll do a little wizardry, or I should say, in this case, sorcery, to pick them both up and put them back over there at the base, because we don't want to forget about them. That's for sure. Okay, there's Stormwatch right there. And I think I honestly think it is probably on the other side, so let's just kind of go this way and try not to die and fall off. Jeez. It looks like there's a pathway up here, so let's see if we can't take that. Yeah, let's just go this way. I think this may be it. Yep, there she is. So let's kill this little idiot real quick. Alright, so let's go ahead and put Slade up real fast. And let's just see what Freya has to say before we begin our final battle with her foe she has to kill.
Here we are. I've always felt sick before battle. But after what she's done to me, the only stomach coming unraveled will be hers. Are you ready? Witches are shady folk. Be ready for anything.
I wonder how this is going to work. Oh, there's Angvar. I don't know why it took him so long in order to attack.
Angvar! No!
What? What just happened?
I can feel your darkness, your curse. Why did you do this to me, Hulda?
Why? Because you were the one who could fight. You were the one who he loved. You were the Valkyrie. And I was always just the witch.
So it wasn't about Angvar at all. You just wanted to ruin what I have. To curse me for being who I am.
No. I wanted to control you.
I can feel the darkness. My wound. Her curse. Stop it! Don't let her take my mind.
Well, apparently she did.
Enough! You taught me how to fight through my weakness. Hulda! The Valkyrie has returned!
Jeez, these lightning strikes. that was cool.
Is dead. At last. I can feel the taint of her sliding off my soul. She's dead. But it cost me Angvar.
Yeah, unfortunately it did. What will you do now?
Bury my husband. Mourn him. And then, I'd like to join you. Fight by your side. Be your blade.
Why? Good. At least I'll get a decent throw out of all of this drama. That's a pretty hard-in response. Okay. Why?
I need the clarity of battle. The place where blades meet and the sparks fly. What I had with Angvar was what I thought I wanted. Peace. Comfort.
And now?
Now I know that peace is darkness. The slow death. I'm alive in the heart of battle. And I sense you'll lead me to plenty of it.
Then join me, Freya.
Aye. Let's leave this bitter place behind.
Nice. Heck yeah. We've got both of the new thralls right here, side by side. The fully voiced thralls that they released for the Age of Heroes. That's pretty cool, not gonna lie. Okay, cool. So let's see what she has with her perks, because I think the last perk... I forgot what the last perk that she gets during this whole ordeal here. I just remember something about if you use bladed weapons or anything else, she gets a perk. If you use blunted weapons, she gets a different perk. So obviously we're using blunted. So let's see what that perk is. Okay, so it was Bloodbath. I think that's the one. It's like Freya's possession was broken by deadly strikes during the final encounter. Killing an enemy in battle rejuvenates Freya, healing her. That's good. Yeah, that's cool. Savage Swings. This was from the volcano. Freya slaughtered her demons at the Volcanic Forge. Her attacks can no longer be blocked. And Carnage. Freya dealt the most damage while hunting trophy animals. Her attacks now cause enemies to bleed. Attacking a bleeding enemy provides a small heal to the warrior. So yeah, we're going to have to test and see if that small heal goes towards me or if it goes towards her. We'll have to keep our eyes on that and see. But yeah, I'm happy with these choices. I think that's how I wanted those perks to go. So, cool. Awesome. Okay, so that's all done. And it's a shame that we had to kill Angvar, but I'm kind of not surprised that you actually had to kill him. But it would have been really cool if we got to save him, though. Okay, so let's take a look over here real quick. We got some steel reinforcements. A simple armor rebalance kit. Oh, that's cool. Okay, gold bar, and we'll take some steel bars too. Ooh, a star metal pickaxe. With all the durability intact too. That's cool. We'll definitely take that. That support war paint. And we'll take this painting. I think we've got plenty of those hairs of the North banner that we've already gotten up on our, or I should say we've got it placed somewhere on our base. I think we've got 2 of them already put down, but so we don't need those. Okay, so let's go back and get on the sleigh, because I think this is all that's here. Now let's take our newly obtained Freya back to base. And I think we'll call it there. It has been a long time coming for this video to be done, with all the 8 hours breaks that you have to do in between. So I'm wondering what would be the best way to get back. I guess we'll just kind of go around and kind of go down the hills here and back. I think we'll do that instead, yeah. Or I guess what we could do, to be honest, let's just go down here.
The water here is clear as the glacier streams from home, not as icy.
1,700
Oh, yep, I figured that was going to be the case. So let's... Where did she stop following? Okay, let me go and put Liu Fei somewhere. Well, yeah, where he... next to that fire pit. Then let's grab Freya. Okay, so Slade back where you usually go, and let's see. Cool. Yeah, so yeah, I guess we definitely got, or I should say we were able to get Freya and Liu Fei. So we were able to successfully do the 2 new fully voiced thralls, and was able to complete their stories and to bring them back here to base and use them as thralls. So cool. Yeah, I think this is where I'm going to end it, guys. At least for this episode. And I think next one, like the next episode, I think I wanted to go out and do maybe a couple of thrall runs and also some sorcery bounty collecting, because the sorcery, or I should say the bounty hunting system, is back again for a week or two. So yeah, I think that's probably what we'll do next time, and kind of see if we can't find any more like higher end tier thralls in a couple of places while hunting sorcerers. So yeah, I really do appreciate you guys coming out and checking out the video, and I really do hope you guys enjoyed it. But you know, if you guys are new to the channel and are really enjoying the content, you know, just kind of casually watching it and stuff, you know, feel free to subscribe if you like, and also hit that notification bell, like, comment, and share the video. So I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.